It's not a trip, this is how I feel. Pop champagne, I'ma do it for the thrill. Escape with me, I'm saying it maybe. We could take off and then land on a jet ski. Baby, I'll hold you tight. Top shelf with it.
I haven't seen you in 16 years, I feel.
Let me tell you something.
And I've also been gone.
While we were gone, I told Jimmy, I was like, we live here now.
No, Mom.
It feels like,
you
know, you stay someplace more than like 2 or 3 days, you're just like,
no. And I said, they're probably ready to go, actually.
Exactly.
I said, this is like an unusually long amount of time to
long
be gone.
periodically time.
No, it was giving long periodically time.
Because it was supposed to be the cruise. And you know,
I
Jimmy,
thought about that. I said, that's why.
And you know, Jimbo found a Walmart.
Oh, of course. But there was one part I was sitting here, I said, what they gonna do today? Like, haven't they done it? Oh, Mom, y'all were gone for a while. At one point, Sydney was like, I think it was yesterday, she was like, oh, you're about to go over there and hang out with him. I said, they're not back yet. Like, y'all were gone.
We found something to do every single day. First of all, like today would have made a week that we got there. Last Saturday, apparently there was really bad weather in Orlando.
Ooh.
And so we walk into the airport packed. Like, yes, Atlanta airport's usually full, but like it's packed. I'm looking at Jimmy like, okay, because because I fly more than him, I kind of know what it looks like.
Yeah.
And I'm like, something going on.
Yeah.
I'm like, I can't even get to a kiosk to check my bag.
It was lines like that.
It was lines like that. And then he had gotten in one line. I said, wait a minute. I like to ask questions.
Yeah.
So I figured it out. We got in line. We were able to get through. But basically what happened is because of bad weather, it had been delaying and canceling flights.
Oh, okay. So it just was
Come to find out, I was happy that our flight didn't even get canceled.
Yeah.
But just imagine the backlog. So our flight was supposed to leave at 2:05. It goes from 2:05 to 2:35. 2:35 to 3-something. 3-something to 4. As you know, I was texting you. We didn't leave till we got on the plane. It's 4:49. I'm like, good. All right, we're getting ready to go. Pilot gets on. We're gonna have to wait right here till for 40 minutes.
I hate to hear the pilot get
yes,
on
the pilot,
like
and you could tell they try to say it in a way that you'll just receive it and be okay with it. He's like, well, what's happening is
never good.
Right now there's a no-fly zone or what have you because we got to wait 40 minutes for the weather to clear because apparently there's a storm over the airport in Orlando.
Why are you laughing at that?
Because it's almost like we're getting ready to go and the storm says, let's move and just hover over the airport. So
over the airport specifically is crazy.
So it was like 5:30 by the time we left and we got to Orlando at 6:30. And mind you, we got to the airport at 10:45 a.m. for our 2:05 flight.
And what time did it leave again?
5:30.
Oh, yikes.
But here's the good news. The whole time I was there, I really was chill because I was getting over the sickness that I pretty much elected for by getting this Prevnar pneumonia shot.
I forgot about that you've been sick.
Oh my gosh. And
it's really too much going on, actually.
Let me tell you something.
It's too much going on.
The shot was on Monday, feeling not so good Tuesday, Wednesday, down and out. Thursday, down and out.
Yeah.
Friday, feeling much better. Saturday flight. By Thursday evening, Jimmy says to me, I think my throat is scratchy. Oh,
and you already know I'm the wrong person to say that around.
And,
don't
and
ever tell me.
We end up, so while we're there, Jimmy's coughing the entire time. The entire time. He's coughing. But wait, let's make a disclaimer here.
No, go around. Can't go right there.
Does he know to go around?
Yeah, remember last time I told him to go around? He figured no.
Carter, go around.
Say back up. Back up.
Go.
Thank you. Thank you. He may not, but he can't jump over that thing.
I know that's right.
He's loving Jara. I keep seeing him.
I know, he's trying to get to her.
And I see Jara's hand popping up from the bottom, rubbing him. I'm like, please.
Jara's having a hard time resisting him.
That was Deani, though.
He's going back around.
Deani's knowing full well that one episode, he can't go over the cord and she's waving, hyping him up. I'm like, okay.
How is it like this dog?
Y'all want him to act
Every
up.
rule we have is just broken because Carter
he
is
don't
in
even
the place.
do all that.
But basically, here's the disclaimer. Jimmy was coughing, but Jimmy wasn't sick.
And it's always that. It's
According
always
to him,
he's not sick.
he's like, mind over matter. I got to think my way out of this sickness.
And it's
That
like,
was
if
a
you're
whole
sick
thing.
and
But I
you're
don't think I
sick.
told you this part.
What?
I would say 20 minutes before we're getting ready to land, like I'm watching my HGTV on the screen.
You were watching HGTV on a plane, not a movie?
Well, you have to understand something. For some crazy reason, I just
Back
needed,
up.
I wasn't in the mood to be concentrating on a plot. I just,
Because that just caught me off guard. I'm
let's
like,
be really honest here.
because y'all flew Delta, right?
We flew Delta.
Yeah, I'm like,
Let's
that
be
movie
honest
selection.
about when it comes to watching stuff. There really is a certain, I don't know if it's just me, but there's a certain mood you got to be in
There's
to
a
watch certain
mindset.
things.
But
There's a mindset.
if there's one thing about it, whenever we fly, I don't know why you're laughing. It could never just be a simple like movie with you. I'm looking at you. You have the live TV going. I'm like, who with the selection that they have on a Delta flight? Like they have every single.
Shari.
I have like my go-tos. Like I'm always gonna watch like Crazy Rich Asians or something like that.
Yeah, I've seen
that's
that
on every
before.
single
But
one.
Shari, you can't say that. Remember I was watching Barbie? I finally got
When?
and I still have not seen the last 30 minutes of Barbie.
Oh, yeah, I actually do remember that.
Because I watched it. Like, I watched it on the flight. I'm like, okay, good. I didn't get to finish it, but I'm going to finish it on this next flight.
Yeah.
And then something happens. I don't get to finish it. But needless to say, Jimmy taps me, and he's like, and he's grabbing for stuff. I'm like, what's wrong? He's like, he's trying to get the barf bag. Because there's turbulence. He did not throw up.
Oh.
But the barf bag he had gum stuck between, so he couldn't use that. They had just
Why is everything going
They had
wrong?
just made the announcement, nobody can get out of their seat. Okay? And so I'm looking, and I'm like, I'm pressing this button. I've never pressed the attendant button. I press the button. He's coming down there. And Jimmy, at this point, I grab something to start fanning Jimmy. Because what do you do when somebody's about to throw up? You fan them because they're getting hot. They can get cold, the whole bit.
Yikes.
So, and he's just like, and it wasn't even really bad turbulence, but I guess it was just between him maybe not feeling well. Of course,
it was just enough turbulence, I guess.
It was enough turbulence. And then the guy was like, I'll get you. He said, I'll get you a box. And so he comes back with this large bag. Apparently it was a trash bag. There's Jimmy with his trash bag. By that time, he had settled. And I said, what happened? Was it because I was fanning you? He says, no, he said, I started thinking.
He started doing mind over matter.
He started doing mind over matter.
Apparently he can't be sick if you do mind over matter. It don't matter what's going on, apparently.
Girl, so
what?
A trip that like, so literally, we get there, you think, okay, we're there, everything's great. No, Orlando Airport wouldn't have it that way. There's luggage all over the baggage claim, like sitting in the middle. I'm like, what's going on? Why is there so much luggage? We just want our carousel. Jimmy goes in there. He finds his luggage. Rachel's luggage, nowhere to be found.
Oh, no.
So now I'm like pulling out my ticket. Remember I told you those claim tickets?
Yeah.
You got to keep that you like to throw up,
Mom,
Shari.
you can like go through the app and do stuff like at this point because here's my thing. The only reason why I say that is because I'm like, in 2025, they're not relying on every single person to keep up with a small slip of paper or you don't get your luggage. I'm like, that's just not like
in
happening.
2025, you can't say what they're dependent on. And let me tell you why. Because
I'm like, what? Like in the big 25, they're not expecting. If you don't keep up with a small slip of paper, you know what I mean?
You know, I will use my computer. I use my phone for my what is it? Lord have my boarding pass.
Okay, yeah.
All the things.
Yeah.
I buy the ticket on there, everything. But it was so convenient because the minute the guy was down there, I said, let me find him. I didn't have time to be pulling out my phone and trying to find my luggage tag. I was like, he was like, where's your tag number? I have my phone right here. I can check it to see. Because you're so ready to throw it away. But guess what? Technology fails.
I know. I'm just saying, I don't think I've ever had to do any of that. Like, I'm like, oh, hey, because at the end of the day, you can show your ID. You know what I mean? Like, I never had to present my claim ticket.
You do realize that just because you've never had to do it doesn't mean it's not good practice to just keep it.
I'm with you.
So,
I'm with you.
so what I'm
just saying,
I mean, we
like,
have this
I don't
thing with
think,
this
like,
luggage
'cause
tag
I just feel like
that
it's
you're
not
so
even
ready to
to you
throw
like
away.
that, like where it's
No,
like you
but
really
it's
have
an
to
extra
keep it.
step. It takes a little longer because when I gave him
I
the number, it
guess.
was like do. He's like, oh, you're in carousel 30.
Mm-hmm.
So me and this other lady get into a wonderful conversation.
Of
You
course.
know, her daughter's from Connecticut. She's meeting her there. She lives in Savannah.
You be knowing
We're
people's,
talking
like,
about. I love
details
talking
and
to people
things
because
you
they're
be
giving me the
knowing.
details. And so Jimmy comes back. He's looking irritated with me because I'm talking to this lady and I still haven't found my luggage. And he's like,
I know he had an attitude
he's like,
with you. I know he did.
so he goes to get, apparently he goes somewhere and brings back my luggage. I was down there for a good 30, 40 minutes.
Oh,
I
30,
said,
40?
what was it doing over there? The guy said it was in 30 and apparently it was in 31. We leave there to go get the rent-a-car. There's a long line for the rent-a-car.
You know what's funny? There was something about this trip. I'm like, maybe it's not like a bad vibe per se. But I was
We
like,
had a great time while we were there, but I will say
Okay.
this.
yeah.
We didn't check into the hotel till 10 p.m.,
Ugh.
right? And the checking in was
Sickening.
fine. It took us like
That's
5
good.
minutes, but we were both starving. We hadn't eaten since 11. So we're like, what are we going to
AM?
eat? Yes.
That's almost 12
So we're
hours of
like, what are
food.
we going to eat? So I checked, there's a Cheddar's. You know, we love Cheddar's.
Ched.
There's the closest one here is in, I think, McDonough. And
Yeah,
so
it's far from us.
I'm like, oh, we can get Cheddar's. I'm like, oh, they might be closing. So now it's a race against time, calling them because we're wanting to go pick it up before the hotel, but then we end up just going to the hotel. They were like, oh, you got to make your order by 10:40. Meanwhile, we're
Everything
trying to
was
do
going
this. Sydney calls, your sister.
She called y'all?
Remember, she called so I could see you holding the baby.
Oh,
That
okay,
was
okay,
all
okay,
happening
yeah.
when we're
Oh,
trying to
I
race
forgot
against the
about all
clock
this.
to order the food.
Yeah.
So it's like, we're going to order the food. But I try to order him the steak. Can't order the steak, too late. I try to order my lemon fish, whatever. Can't order that right now. We're like, oh my gosh. So we're headed there.
Yeah.
It's 11:31, just in the nick of time. I ordered both of us pasta, chicken broccoli pasta. and
That Alfredo, I know exactly
Alfredo,
what you're talking about,
yes.
and it don't be that good
Yeah,
either.
I ordered
Was it good?
that. Well,
And you're getting
it
there.
it was
and I'll let you.
okay. But here's what happened. When I placed the order, it says ready for pickup on the 29th. It's the 28th. It's going to be ready for pickup 20. I'm like, how did that happen? I never clicked a day. So
Mom,
mind you,
yeah,
I
was
go
about to
in there at
say,
this
like-
point, it's 10 like 33. And I'm like, the guy's like, I tell him what happened, that I don't know, I'm supposed to be picking up tonight. I'm trying to beat the time. He's like, okay, let me go talk to somebody. It's taking him a while. I'm like, they're gonna come back, it's gonna be 10:40, and they're gonna be like, it's too late.
Yeah, I was about to say, he trying to run out the clock on
Needless
you.
to say, thank goodness, the lady came in. She was like, not a problem. What happens is when it's ordered so late, it just pushes it to the next.
That's what I was going to tell you. I'm like,
Yeah.
they're just automatically like putting it to the next day. Cause
Yeah.
it's late.
But pretty much, he and I just had this every now and then coughing thing. Apparently, after I eat, I'm having these coughing spasms.
Oh, Lord. Whew.
He's coughing every now and then. We get some medicine.
How was
but
the pasta, though? I've had that pasta. I'm just saying, I've had
Put
that
it
pasta
this
and I
way.
was like, okay.
I'm one of those people.
Oh.
I like to shower before I eat. His thing
same.
was, I want my food warm. I said, well, as long as they have a microwave, I'm fine.
Right.
We go into the room, there's a microwave.
Sorry, like,
What happened?
Carter thinks it's time to play. Jerry looks like he can't resist. Like, oh my God.
How is everybody weakened under
I know, I'm saying, and I'm just like, he
the
just,
wiles
like,
of
and
Carter?
and there it is. And
Carter
there
doesn't
it
care that we're
is.
filming.
I'm like, okay.
Carter does not care.
As long as he's not on the court, I'm trying to let him rock, but whatever.
But basically, so we're in the room. I'm thinking the room is like, I'm like, this is kind of small, but okay.
The room was kind of small.
Well, yeah, it was kind of small, but the bathroom was huge.
It's just like
That
Murphy's
should have been
Law
my
or
first
something, Mom. Like,
indicator.
it's Murphy's
And then
Law.
I go into the bathroom and the shower is continuous with the floor. I said, what kind of
I've been to actually a
what
lot of
kind
places like that.
bathroom is this? So I'm like, you know what, Rachel?
Yeah,
No big deal. Shake it off. It's late anyway.
and shake it.
I
off.
go to shower. It's not a wild shower. So I'm like, the water should be contained. And it's a large space for the shower.
Yeah.
And then I see the seat. I'm like, oh, if somebody needed a seat, they can sit. And then I see the water start trickling out. And I'm telling Jimmy, I don't know if I want to stay in this room. The water's trickling out. I think it's handicap accessible.
Yeah.
And then he's like, oh, there's a drain right here for the water. So that like
Was it
basically that's
open?
the solution.
Oh
And
yeah.
and then after I shower, I walk out. I was like, this is not gonna work because it drains like in front of the door. So now
Oh
we're gonna have to
my
step over the water
gosh.
to move
Mom.
around. And the
Mom.
sink, because it's handicap accessible, the sink, everything is smaller.
Yeah.
I said, I can't do this. I said, and he'd already unpacked his stuff.
See, that's the thing. He be moving
Jimmy is
fast.
he is a get to a
like-
hotel and an unpacker.
Oh my gosh.
His
I just
stuff is
never
going
seen
into the
such a
drawers.
thing,
I don't
like-
care if we're there for a night.
But I also unpack.
No, I don't care if we're there for a night or
Oh,
a
I'm not
week.
unpacking for a night, bro.
I guess he likes the ease of moving.
It is easier.
So I got on that phone. At this point, I had eaten. The food was okay. The pasta was okay.
Oh, you didn't even get to shower. Wait, no, yeah.
But
you
we did
you
have the
shower
croissants.
before
That
you
was
said
good.
that. Okay, well, at the very
That
least.
was good.
At the very
I'm
least, you had the
weak. I'm
croissants.
tired. I'm like, and I go out there because it's like I don't want to get into it with you, but I'm like, Jimmy, I know you said you're good and you unpack,
Yeah.
but I can't do 6 nights like this.
Yeah, no.
And I called. He said, okay, fine. So I called them,
down.
told them our situation. By this time, it's like midnight. She was like, we don't have anything. The hotel is completely booked. Well, of course, we're in Orlando. Everybody's there to go to Disney, right?
Yeah, I'm like, this is the never-ending day.
The never-ending day. So here's the thing. I'm sleeping. I'm like, I'm going to sleep till I can't sleep anymore. 7:12 a.m. I get a call from downstairs. Your room is ready. Jimmy's not even there. Jimmy's on his way to Walmart.
Of course he is.
Because he had to go. But you know what? It's for a good reason. I needed some distilled water for my CPAP machine. I didn't even ask him to go get it, but we were looking for it last night.
Yeah.
And the corner store didn't have it. So he ended up finding a Publix and getting it for me. So I was like, do I have to leave now? And they were like, the hotel is completely booked. You got to really get it while you can get it.
Lord,
so if you
Mom.
wait, it may not be available. I said, never mind. I got it. Thank you.
Lord,
I'll be down to get my
Mom.
key. Thank goodness I didn't unpack. The only thing I had to put was my toiletries back. Moved to the
Yeah.
room. It's a full suite. It's got a kitchen. It's got that's
You
what I
didn't
had
tell
paid
me
for.
any of that.
We didn't get to talk about that.
How did
It's
I
got
not
a
know you were
whole
gonna be in
living
a
space.
suite?
And it has one of those situations where it's like you can flip the TV to either flip towards the bed or flip towards the living room. And then it has
I like
a
that kind of
kitchen
situation.
with the sink. You know, the
Yeah.
refrigerator was small. It had a stove, a microwave, all the things.
I don't know how I didn't know you had a suite. I feel like that's something we would discuss.
Well, I guess they call them, I forgot what they call them.
but
But
also we have not seen each other. in a
like,
long time.
because it's so close to all the attractions, I think that hotel specifically, their regular rooms have all of this because sometimes people are there for
Okay.
days. And
Where was I before you went out of town?
what do you mean, where were you?
I was out of town before, no? I was somewhere. I was just on a plane. To where?
Oh, you
You don't
weren't on a
remember?
plane. You went to Huntsville.
Mom, recently I was somewhere.
No,
I
but like
flew.
you came back from Huntsville that
Mom,
third
before that, I was somewhere and I cannot remember.
We were
oh,
in
no,
Canada.
We were together.
were in
Okay,
Canada.
I was like, because I was like, weren't you
We
there?
were in
Mom, I'm
Canada.
like losing track of
we
it
came
all.
back from Canada
I'm losing
that
track.
Sunday, and then I left for Orlando Saturday.
Yes, that's why I'm like, there was
and
something
then
right
came
before.
back yesterday.
I'm like, there's a reason why I'm not having track of time and not knowing is because we keep going places.
Yeah, but it was just, I mean, while we were there for the first time, Evs, that I've ever been in the car, I think with Jimmy, we get pulled over by a cop after leaving Andretti's.
Oh yeah, you told me.
And the guy was really nice. He was like, you know, is this a rent-a-car? Your rear lights are not on. If I can just get your license, I'll check everything out. You'll be fine.
Yeah.
It's just a warning. But we went to Andretti's. We went to Aquatica, the water park. That was so much
I
fun.
haven't been to a water park in a really long time.
That was so much. The part
I
though,
love. Do they have a lazy
the
river?
part that Jimbo did not like
What?
is the lines. Like we get into the first line, he's looking like.
It's summer.
I said we should have done the quick pass though. Like
Yeah.
if I could do it again, I'm gonna
Yeah.
pay the extra because the people who pay the extra, literally, you've been in line for 30 minutes, you're sweating, you're hot, and they just come there and they're waiting for the every other. Every other, they pipe them in.
Because and then
Every
if it's
other.
one thing I'm gonna do is pay for an expedited service. Like every time I like don't make those
and then,
mistakes.
and then
anymore.
the
I'm like, I'm
walk all
gonna
the way
do
up.
it.
I was like, when I was young, it was long, but it was cute because you can't wait to get to the top.
It's like exciting when you're an adult.
Yes.
It's not.
We did
what
maybe
you
3
want,
slides because of those lines. But you know what Jimbo really enjoyed that was so cute?
What? Because he
Yeah, he
you know.
saw these people in the water and they were just moving along. You have on your
The lazy river, no?
well, the lazy river, but with this one, no, it's not a
Because I'm like, I
regular
asked
lazy
you.
river. It has a current
Mom,
that's
lazy
push
rivers
no,
have
a
currents.
strong current that's pushing you along.
It's like super strong.
Yes.
Because Mom, I swore when we went to Whitewater like years ago, they had a
Well,
lazy
maybe
river.
whitewater, but this to me, it was faster than anything I had ever
Okay.
experienced. You put on the life jacket and you get in that lazy river and you're gone.
It's like fast.
Like to the point you'll run into people.
Oh,
And then,
that's fast.
and then it has jets coming in from the side. Those jets are no joke.
Oh,
But it
I
has
love
jets
that.
coming in from the side. Jimbo, of course, saving people. Like this mom
Of
is trying to get to
course.
her daughter. So
He probably came out of nowhere.
he's doing the
too.
reunion. He's
like,
bringing them.
he's reuniting.
I
That
filmed
sounds
it
like
too.
him.
I said,
Mom,
of course, Jimmy can't just move on. He
No,
sees the daughter.
that is so him because when you said that, I immediately thought of him saving that baby that one time, jumping out of the car. Talking about the baby. Before you know it, he's across the street. He's grabbed the baby.
The baby, the 15-month-old is walking in the street.
Yes,
Thank God, but he moves so quick.
He does when
just
it comes
like
to that.
when we were in Vegas that time, and that woman was in. She was in those mobile wheelchair kind of things that move around.
Yeah.
And
They
she
have the
fell
grocery
over.
store.
Like
I
she
didn't know
wasn't
about
moving, but she just fell over in it.
this.
Jimbo's right there. The cops come over. Jimmy's in the center of it, telling what happened, helping the lady up. And I just looked at him. I said,
You know what's funny though?
he's
Like
so sweet. Like that's a good heart. Like I love that
Mom,
about
that
him.
is so him. Like you saying, like, oh, he's in the middle of it. He's like giving a statement to the police. I'm like, exactly where he should be. Like, there is nothing about that sounds out of the ordinary. I'm like, that is what he would be doing actually.
But you know, I cannot lie. When the cops pulled us over, normally when you see lights, I get kind of nervous.
Yeah.
But I didn't even have time to get nervous. Like we had just made a right turn onto the street.
Yeah.
And I see cop lights to the left. And next thing you know, he's like, oh, he's behind me. He pulls over. I'm not scared because I know we ain't do anything wrong. And it's Jimbo driving.
Oh, yeah.
So we're
he's
fine.
Like the perfect person.
He used to be a cop. He knows all the rules. But for a split second there, I was like,
what if everything goes
I want to
left?
leave this situation with my husband alive and me alive. Like, that's sad that we live in those times.
Mom,
but that's what I thought about for a
you know
split
how we
second.
like always think about how like
what do you call
fast
it?
things can change.
Yeah.
But it's always in a doomsday way. You know, and I actually thought about that. We always think about how fast things can change in a bad way, but like never in a good way, really. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we have these intrusive
sometimes we'll be like,
thoughts.
just imagine like everything like.
Can you imagine if this happened? Why do we do that?
I don't know.
I've been working on like
so
not letting
bad,
those intrusive
too.
thoughts like come to play because my therapist told me like when you even if you just speak of what if you lost your child? What if like your body feels it?
Yeah.
Like even if it's not true,
You're literally
you're
casting a
still
spell.
you
Yes.
go through that.
Yeah.
So
we will talk out the full thing too. And I'm like, we can't do that anymore.
yeah, it must stop.
You'll be like, so it must stop.
It must stop today.
No, because I was looking back at like old videos on my spam, and there's one of you, I don't know how we start talking about death. You were like, oh my gosh, and then Shari, imagine like, and you would probably like, who would get up and speak and and I'm like, why would you be talking about this? Like,
Now there's a difference.
Talking out the whole thing.
We can talk about death as it relates to preparing and having ducks in a row, how I would like my service, things like that, even though it sounds morbid. But after you've had, like both of my parents and both of my step parents have passed away.
Yeah.
Like all four of them in a 5-year period. So like it wasn't easy by any stretch of the imagination. But I hate to say this, like we got better at like just figuring out what do we need to do to be proactive. So
no, that's true. But you just like to go through the whole thing in too much detail. And it's
Shari,
like, I'm really
you
not
be
the one
right
to
there
do
with
that
me,
like,
depending on what
but
we're talking
actually,
about.
No, like
it's only when it's death.
Right, but
my death.
That's what I'm saying is a little bit crazy. The LJ really is the person to talk to about that. If you want to go through your whole death, talk to LJ about it because she just has this comfortability.
I've already
with
told
death
everybody everything they need to know. I told you. I told Jimbo.
Yeah.
I told it's a celebration.
Yeah.
And my body's not gonna be there.
Oh yeah.
Whoever wants to see me, they can see me at the wake. Okay,
Period.
enough of that. Needless to say, we it was a great trip. We had a good time. We went the last day we went to the outlet. Ooh.
You're not telling me any of these things.
You know why I'm not telling you any of these things? Think about it, Shari. I literally just got back last night.
I'm saying like usually it's a text, it's a call, it's something.
But Shari, we
you know
did
what,
talk,
though?
but it
Like,
was brief,
yeah.
and I'm on vacation
Yeah.
with my husband celebrating our anniversary. So
Also, it's just been a lot going on. So I haven't even been calling you for real. Which, by the way, I'm gonna need your help later. Like
later with what?
I have a concept due. But you know what?
Did
Part
we start
of it,
talking
it's me.
about?
I'm the problem, really.
Wait, we started talking about a concept.
Yeah, this
while
is that
I was
same
gone.
one. This is that same one. And the problem is, okay, they told me like it's due. They said the due date in my thing says Monday, but I messed around, and that's the issue. And I was talking this out with Sakina last night, actually, that I'm like making up. No.
Get back.
Back up.
Back.
And see, here's the thing. Here's the
He
thing
knows.
with him. No, he thinks he's so slick.
He knows.
He knows the command back up because he'll back up like really fast, like twice. He would rather just lay down because he knows like I won't press it, but he knows to back up. Is like this is low key like a shady kind of thing. Anyway.
This is him actually being passive aggressive.
It is, and that's why even though he laid down, I'm like, and you know what that is.
And then he's trying to look cute by putting his head to the side.
I'll let him rock because he is laying down, but he knows that. Whatever.
Carter, she's letting you rock.
I'll let you rock because he's not. I mean, he is laying down. He's got his head down. But I was telling Sakina when I was in the meeting, I told them, I'm like, I could probably have it in like by tonight. This was Wednesday. I know. But I just have a thing about like, I want it to like be early.
Shari,
and I like want to make sure.
Don't make those decisions without me.
Oh.
Carter. Out. No, see, now you're trying to do the same thing.
Like it's slick.
Oh
like,
my
he
God.
does that. He does
If y'all
that.
could see this dog, when I tell you Carter's up on game.
Last time he filmed with us, he didn't do all this.
Carter, game recognized game. Okay.
He didn't do all this last time. Right?
I see what the next move, he's going to be back up and he's going to try to walk across
I literally
here.
know.
Yeah, please show Carter. Please show
Carter.
Carter.
He's trying
That's
to
what
so
he's doing.
innocent and sweet, and it's like I know.
Oh my
If your
gosh.
mom,
He's laying there like I'm not going to do anything.
I know.
What else?
I know.
What else could I do?
And if his mom was here, and that's all I'm gonna say about that.
Carter, get it.
Be in trouble,
And he
but she
knows
doesn't know
all
what she
eyes
knows.
are on him right now.
He doesn't. That's why he's being extra still.
It's when we start talking,
He
he's
looks
like they're
so
distracted. He looks so cute.
I know he does. I'm actually.
Everybody pulls out phone after we're just finished fussing at him.
Oh.
Honestly, it wouldn't do me no good to have Carter because he's gonna be spoiled.
I told you I'm thinking about getting a dog.
Sorry. We go from
What's that about though?
We go from turning in concept too soon to I told you I'm getting a dog.
Well, no, it's not like a thing that's like happening tomorrow. It's gonna like take a minute, but I feel like I'm.
Who
finally
did you
getting to the
process
space to,
this
like, think about it
with?
Sydney. Mind you, is she the best person? No, because from the day I moved in this house, she was like, "You need."
I was just about to say, Sydney's just going to encourage you to get a dog. You need a calibrator, an equalizer. Like
that's the thing. It's not something that's going to happen fast anyway. It's just my mind started getting like on the process. Like I felt like it was just like a more possible thing. Whatever.
Listen,
please. But yeah. So I was the one who was like, oh, I could probably get it in early, but like that's my need to like when it. Right now
we need Deani to tell us to give us the diagnosis for this.
No, I literally know.
Go ahead and say what it is.
I talked this through.
Say what it is. You have a need to what?
Hopefully I can remember actually, because me and Sakina like literally had a full sesh because she was understanding.
But speak to the need. You have a need to hurry up and get.
Oh no! I'm trying to remember how we worded it. It's like the idea of being anything less than like absolutely excellent and impressive all the time when it comes to like work.
Yes, Sakina has that.
Like shoot me on sight. Like it makes me sick to my stomach.
Perfectionism.
To think of, like not yes. Like
that's what that is.
It's like in a too far kind
of way. Give me a thumbs up if that sounds about right, Deani.
yes.
It's the letters with the perfectionism.
It literally is, and it's too far to a point where like, why was mind you, the meeting was Wednesday. I said, oh, I'll probably like get it in by tonight. I can get it by tonight. And then Joelle is like not even pressing that because they said Monday. It's Thursday. I'm spiraling. I'm like, oh my gosh, he spooks himself sometimes. He got scared. Like,
but here's the thing.
But yeah,
there's perfectionism, but sometimes with perfectionism, it might take somebody a long time to get it done.
Oh, we're
for
getting
you
there.
It's timing too. It's like I got to get it done excellent.
We're getting there.
Okay,
we're
go for it.
But yeah, it's Thursday and I'm spiraling because I didn't get it done last night. Forgetting like I made up that deadline myself. If you go into like my little platform where it's supposed to be due, it says Monday, and it's a Thursday, and I'm spiraling because of a deadline that I made up. And it took me a minute to like realize that. Like I said it.
You know, I don't
I
even
was the
need
one
to
who
fuss
said
with
it.
you.
Yes. And
You
then,
realize it. The question is just what things can be put in place.
no.
See, when you do that, I don't know.
Because I'm like checking out of it, which I'll check back into it. I'll clock back into it, but it's just like,
But you gotta lean more
There's too
into
much
it than
going
just
on.
I don't know. Not that you're gonna come up with a
Mhm.
solution now, but you at least need to realize that like that's not a healthy way of functioning.
It's not. But that's the thing. I actually do realize that too. I do realize that. Like, promise you, that's like not lost on me. Went through that whole thing last night too. But it's taken me a
With
minute.
somebody else who's the same like you.
Yes, but she understood it. That's the thing. We both are like aware. Like we both kind of understand what's going on. But yeah, that's what I'm saying. I need your help because I keep trying to write it, Mom, and it's like I can't do it.
Even though you don't remember what we talked about?
Mom, I do. And mind you, and he went upstairs to get a toy.
The way it's when I
There's already another toy over here.
When
This
I'm
isn't gonna
gone
become
and
your
come back,
playroom.
I want to be Carter
No,
because
same.
he's like he doesn't live as long. But
Oh yeah. And
okay,
like, that's like
morbid.
awful.
Sorry.
I'm just like when I think
Morbid
like that,
moment.
I'm like, that's awful.
Yeah,
But anyway,
but go ahead.
I don't know what it is. Okay, yes, I had processed it with you, and then I processed it with Val, and she like gave me a sentence that kind of like anchored me or whatever. But for whatever reason, I think it's two things. One, they like gave me an outline. I'm like, I don't think y'all can give me outlines anymore for these concepts. For whatever it is, it's like the way they outline it, like my brain is not on that track. So like trying to merge the two, like what I'm thinking. I get why they do it though, because they have to have like a certain amount of detail.
You're trying to merge your creativity, and creativity has no bounds.
And it's just like,
with
it's clashing.
something so structured, although you are very structured.
I know.
Like-
and that's why it's like, what's really wrong?
Like,
You know what I mean?
If you were thinking about you as a student, if you were in a class that was disorganized and lacked structure, you would
Literally get me
you
out
would
of here.
spaz out.
So that's why I'm like, that's why sometimes I'm like, what is really
But I
tea?
think when it comes to you being creative, like your creative juices flowing, you know.
I just need to get it out how I'm gonna get
So
it out.
tell me this: when these brands have given you like certain instructions, I know the one you love is like have your way, do what you want, right? But there have been times you've gotten instructions and you were cool with it. Was it because they were like broad enough? Or was it like, what's the difference? Because to be honest with you, that can be a conversation with the brand of, can you
Honestly, I never really like any of the outlines. Some are just worse than others. Like some are more staunch. When they ask me for things like a script, when I'm not a scripted person, like it's just never
Okay.
really gonna go well. Because the minute I see script, I'm like, so what am I supposed to put down now? I never know a single thing that I'm gonna say until I get on camera. And even if it's like a voiceover, I don't know what I'm gonna say till I'm getting ready to record it. So I don't know how to pre-anticipate, like, but you have to for something like this. But also not too much. Carter, you can't be doing all
Carter,
that.
you're not the
He's
show.
like whipping his toy. Anyway,
I whip my hair back and forth.
like he starts he'd be whipping that toy.
Look at
I'm like, okay, Carter. Ooh.
Carter's like, I'm the show.
Oh, Celestial Spa. We'll have to call them back. Actually, they're
Is
probably
there
calling
an
to like
appointment?
confirm. Not today.
No, I just had a
It could
massage
be. Oh, hold on.
last week.
Hello. Let me just make sure. Hello.
Or do they need to change the time?
I'm good. How are you?
If I had done this, I'd be in
Okay.
trouble.
You know, that's totally fine. Could we call back actually at another time schedule? Okay. Thank you so much.
She's trying to reschedule the 24th?
Stacy has a family emergency.
On the
So
24th of July?
Yeah, on our day that we have, Stacy has an emergency, so she can't go in that day. Yeah. I told you
Yeah.
Stacy had an emergency.
Yeah,
Yes.
but you know why I look confused? Because usually when you associate emergencies with immediate,
Mm-hmm.
and this appointment's for July 24th.
Maybe it's something specific happening on.
Oh,
July
for
24th
sure.
with
That's
her.
what. That's where I look
Oh, but
like
it was
that. My
just, like,
brain went to that.
clicking.
I'm like, oh, it could be a funeral that she has to go to.
Oh yeah.
That's that late. It could
Gotcha,
be. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But that's why my brain looked like that, because generally emergencies are quick, and my appointment's not till the end of the month,
Right.
right before it's time to go back to work. But anyway,
Oh my gosh, I was thinking about that too. I was just like, where is the time gone? Like,
Yeah.
I just can't do it.
But I have to be honest.
Also-
I know exactly where the time is gone. Like,
Where?
like I chilled the first 3 weeks,
You did. I
and then
also was
I've
gonna say
traveled.
the way you said it, it almost sounded like there was like one big event, and I'm like, what
No,
is it?
I
But
chilled.
no,
Like
you
it was.
chilled
I
and then
was
you did
very
travel.
strategic about my
And
break.
see, Mom, I knew with the traveling, and I'm telling you, this has been my grievance. I feel, and I've
What?
been saying it as much as I like love to. And what is a deep breath about? Like,
I
why does
need
it
you to
have to
get
be
them elbows
that?
in check.
But I'm just saying, like,
This
why
right
does it have to
here,
be a deep breath? Like, let
the
me
tone
express
is
my
already
feeling.
teetering, but the elbows
It's
are too
not teetering.
much.
I kept saying, I'm like, I like to travel, but when it's too many in a row, it does something like with time for me where I'm like, I feel like disoriented.
Right, and all
Because
of that is
I
on
haven't
you
like been
because
here.
we traveled. No, we traveled once together for business and pleasure this summer. This other travel that's about to happen, that's on you.
How is any of it on
And
me?
then
No,
the
no, no, no,
trip,
no, no,
the
no.
birthday trip, that's all you.
Mom, actually, the first three things are not on me.
What?
Us going to Canada, we have been talking about that.
Right.
We knew that that was going to happen this summer. You had said
Right.
you're like, let's go ahead and get it on
Right.
the book. So it's not on me. We both decided
I
together.
said that one was on us.
Okay, right. So then
Mhm.
number two, going to Huntsville, that wasn't on me. Sydney had her photo shoot. She asked me to be
Okay.
there.
Okay. So let me
Yeah.
say it this way.
Otherwise, I wouldn't have been
So
making
maybe
that
it's
trip
the
because it's
verbiage
stuff
I'm
that's close
using.
together.
What I'm saying is all the other travels have nothing to do with me.
I wasn't even leading in that
It's
way
just the
and saying
one.
that.
I was just making sure I made it clear because we had started talking about how the summer's going and all this travel. The only thing that I committed or we committed together was Canada.
Mom, and nobody was putting anything on you. Like you involved yourself or whatever. But and then having to leave again on Monday. Like it's too many back to back. And I was thinking about that's why, because I'm like, why does that keep coming up for me? Like every 5 seconds, I feel like I was telling you, like, I can't go anywhere again. I can't go any more places. I can't get any more places. And I'm like, it's just because it's all too close and I'm disoriented. I'm like,
And so let me ask you this, aside from our trip to
it feels like time
Canada,
travel, honestly. But
yeah,
it does. It feels like one day to
what
the
are you
next.
in control of? Like, what is it that could have been postponed? Like, Canada could have been postponed, but it would have been postponed to
Possibly.
next year because
And
of their crazy
yeah,
weather.
no, and I thought about that too. I'm like, it's really nothing that we could have helped. Like, just things are going on.
My brain
What are we
always
supposed
goes
to
to
do?
like solution. Shari,
Solution.
I had an epiphany, and we have so many eyes in the fire right now that we haven't completed, as you were talking about, what you were going through,
I know. I'm like, we
trying to
switched
figure out.
topics.
But
So
this
many
is so
times.
important. I was listening to a podcast, and I think the guy's name is Charles Dewey, but like he's a psychologist. He's known for he's a big communication guy,
Mm.
and they were just saying like basically the secret to being able to communicate with anyone. And the stuff he said, it was so practical. And it was three things. First of all, you got to ask the question, what kind of conversation are we having? And there are three
Right.
types of conversations. And when he was saying this, I was thinking about you because it was like, how do you have the person who he was talking to? They were saying, I have family members who we don't see things the same politically. And we're having really charged conversations, or I don't want to go to the family picnic, or I don't want to because I don't want to be around this person
Yeah.
because we can't communicate. And
What are his credentials?
he's a psychologist. It's so funny you say that because I was looking up his information before I came because I wanted to share it with you. I
Oh,
think his name is Charles Dewey. He's known everywhere. He just wrote a book. Matter of fact, I can tell, and I don't know if I wrote his name
let me
properly,
look
but she's like, what are his credentials? Don't be trying
well,
to
no,
sound like
okay, and
me.
it wasn't even like. What
No,
do you
because
sound like? You? I
because
always ask that
um
every time. Wait, Mom, hold on.
oh the name of
Mom, wait.
what
Let's not gloss over that. I'm always the one every time you tell me that somebody has said that, and I'm like,
you
what are their credentials? I always ask
okay
that first.
I'm a
So
credential girl.
it's not, but
He
it's
wrote a
not.
book
It's not being
called
like
Super
you.
Communicators, and he was saying that as humans, like we're wired to be communicators, all
Trying to
right?
gloss.
And so I just got to get this out because it was so powerful, and I
I
hope
know,
it
but
helps somebody
don't
else.
be trying to gloss. Continue.
Are you is this what we're
Mom,
about to
go
do right
ahead.
now?
Go ahead. I'm just saying.
You didn't let me gloss. You literally made me pause, stop, and say who he was.
Because you tried to go real fast and
Are
you
you trying to do research while I'm trying to talk?
Mm-mm.
Okay, so let me say what I'm going to
hearing
say.
you. Go ahead.
Thank you. He said there are three types of conversations. There's practical, emotional, and Oh my goodness. Practical, emotional, and social. Okay. In a practical conversation, the goal is solution. I'll just stop. I'll let you get yourself together because I don't know why you're laughing.
That's when you said, oh, sorry. Sorry. Sorry, my stomach hurts.
Wish
Sorry.
I could laugh with you.
Sorry. Mom, sorry, you sounded genuinely troubled by that. Sorry.
Well,
We ain't
let
trying to
me
stop.
let me well let me
Go ahead.
let me be vulnerable
Go
in this
ahead.
moment. One of the things that happens when you go through perimenopause is
And I knew this
brain
was
fog.
coming. I knew this was
See, when
coming.
you say stuff like "I knew this
Not
was
in
coming,"
a negative way. Not in a negative way.
I know, but like it's not good for me.
I apologize. I'm sorry.
It's not good for
Continue.
me because it's already like I feel very much so young. Like I still feel
Yeah.
like my young self. But when stuff like that creeps up, like it's the
Yeah.
reality that you are aging. And I'm usually very crisp, very sharp.
Mm-hmm.
So to be in and this has happened to me, believe it or not, when I've been speaking, but thank God, like I've been able to like
I was about to say I've never seen that.
yeah, because
Yeah.
I pushed through it.
You're able to.
But
yeah.
literally, the thought could be on my mind this minute, this
And like gone
second,
the next.
and I'm about to say it. And that's why I wanted to go ahead and say it. But you kept
Oh.
saying like, I'm glossing over. I'm glossing.
Got
Well,
you,
at this point, I'm just going to forget it.
Sorry, I'm sorry about that.
And then you're
I actually
laughing.
wasn't. No. And let's get it very clear because last time you wanted to like be agreeing with them. Whatever.
Sorry. See, all those little comments.
Saying,
all those little comments.
No. That I'm not. It's not about that. The fact that happened wasn't the funny part. It was your reactions to things, Mom, are just funny to me. Like the way you immediately like turned to the left, like, oh my, as if something like dire had happened. It was your reaction.
Like,
it wasn't the fact
I
that
totally
that you
get
were
it now.
forgetting in
Like
general.
I'm not old,
It
but
wasn't
I can
that.
see why old people fight. Like when they really start to be in a bad way and they get to be where they're hard to deal with. I understand it now.
Yeah.
And I'm not there, but I understand
Yeah,
it because when you're used to functioning on a certain level, you're used to
Yeah.
being able to process and think and what have you. And then all of a sudden, there's something that's making you feel like you're not yourself. You're like, hold up.
Yeah. Oh, I
So-
already know I'm gonna like be the worst.
don't speak
You had
it.
said that
Don't
too.
speak it.
Oh yeah. No,
Okay.
but you know what's funny? You spoke it first. You were like Shari, and I can tell right now you're gonna be.
Yeah, I did. We're trying to do better,
Remember?
remember?
Yes, but I'm sorry. I wasn't laughing at you forgetting. It's your reactions to stuff is what gets me.
Yeah,
That's all.
it's just like I just couldn't believe I forgot that quickly, and it was just 3 things.
But it's actually probably not on you. It's probably on me because I was talking about glossing. So sorry about it. Like
I'm a celebrity. Get me out of here.
that's not. Oh my gosh, Mom, please go ahead. Charles Dewey.
I've been questioned, and I think it's Dewey. You know, they said the name so fast, you know, but he was on there. And needless to say, he was just basically saying, if you have this information, you could really avoid being so frustrated and having difficult conversations. If you even yourself ask yourself, what kind of conversation are we having?
Right.
Like, even if that person comes to you. And basically, if it's a practical conversation, then it's a solution that you're looking for. That's the goal. If
Okay.
it's an emotional conversation, then empathy is the goal. And then if it's a social conversation, then acknowledgement is the goal. And so sometimes I'm talking to you and you get frustrated because I'm on practical trying to come up with a solution.
And
but
I'm
all you
like
need is
not
empathy.
on practical. Mm-hmm.
You follow what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so it's not like this is like something brand new, but when you frame it,
Yeah.
when you frame it like that, it really does help. So let's
sure.
take having a conversation that could be fueled like a political conversation, and you don't agree with certain things. It really is about, you can acknowledge that person doesn't want this person in office because of XYZ without agreeing with them.
Right.
And vice versa. But if you're trying to have a practical conversation, and it really should be a social conversation, that's going to get heated because now you're trying to find solutions. Now you're trying to make that person believe what you believe. Now you're trying to force them to see your way. Do you follow what I'm saying?
1000%.
And then you're going to walk away making people feel really bad if they're having an emotional conversation with you. And you keep trying to
you're
find
trying to have like a practical
solutions.
one.
Right. And you're acknowledging, but you're not really empathizing. So I thought that was powerful. I said,
No, I was gonna say I think that's actually really valuable information. And I'm like, sorry that I like, because not that I didn't think it was going to be valuable, but
no, it's
as
just,
you're saying it, I'm like, no, this is
I
actually
just
everything.
wanted to get it out so bad.
And I've said
all I've ever
sorry. No,
wanted.
like I've said sorry.
I
The only reason why I
know.
did that in that moment, Mom, is because there are times where you could like do or say something, and if I'm like, hold up, Mom, you'll like breeze past and you like keep on talking. I'm like, Mom, wait, you said such and such, and then you'll be like, what do you want, blood? And I'm like, no, I just wanted you to acknowledge.
Like I would have told you who said it the whole bit, because that's what I do. Like if you look at my disc assessment, like one of the things is I will qualify something.
Yeah,
that's how I speak. You know, I'll talk about something. I say I got it from this. I got it from that.
Yes,
but
yes.
is that not just the most powerful thing? So
yeah.
I'm just thinking about, like, as I have conversations,
Yeah,
I'm gonna always be mindful. Like even if they don't have that emotional intelligence, I'm going to guide my way. And then because the person who was interviewing him, they just kept asking questions. They're like, but wait, what does this look like? And you have to loop for understanding. That's what he called it. So the first thing you have to do is ask the deep question. Like if it is, let's say you're having a social conversation and you feel a certain way. Why do you feel that way? Why is that important to you? That's the deep conversation. And then of course, the repeating what they said, right? And then once you repeat what they said, like, did I get that right? And if they got that right, if they say you got it right, you've acknowledged them.
Right.
You didn't agree with them.
Yeah.
You acknowledged them. He called it social reciprocity. All right. And as I listen to you, you more than likely will listen to me. I thought that was powerful too. When you listen to somebody, we tend to do the opposite. We're trying to convince. Studies show that the more you try to convince someone, the more they hold on to their
I was about to say.
beliefs. But with social reciprocity, it's the opposite. The more you listen to them, the more they're inclined to listen to you.
Yes. And then I have two things to say about that, actually.
And then we gotta.
One, I'm like, maybe that's what actually just happened with us just then, is because, and you're like smirking like it's funny, I'm actually being so serious. On a smaller scale, it's not even like tea like that. It's not that serious, but I was scared.
You're trying to read my mind and stuff.
I'm not trying to read your mind. I was scared that you were gonna like gloss past it like too fast, and that I wasn't gonna be able to like say like, Mom, I get to have you acknowledge it. So I was not hearing nothing I was not hearing anything you're about to say. When I thought you were glossing over like what I was trying to say.
As far as asking for the credentials?
No, it wasn't asking for the credentials. It was, you were like, oh, you got that from me. And even though it was like a small thing, I was trying to say like, wait, Mom, let's remember, da da da. But because you were glossing over it and you were like not trying to hear me, I was literally not hearing nothing you were saying, like in the slightest, like not even a little bit.
I recognize that.
Yes. And then, were you about to say something?
No, I didn't expect. When I said it, I didn't expect that to be a thing. We're on the same page.
Because it's not even a thing. Sometimes I'm
no, not a thing in like a big thing.
Okay.
Like something that I really had to pause and unpack.
Yeah, you aren't. I get you. Because you're not thinking like, oh, this is like make or break for Shari, where I have to like acknowledge.
Right now we are like, oh no.
I know.
The conversation we're having is like.
I know. It's just that in my mind, I was like, wait, let me just make sure. Like sometimes I'm afraid like for something to be glossed past and like me not say anything, because when I was like younger, I used to do that, even if it was like small stuff.
Oh, I get it.
Yeah, you remember how I used to just kind of be, because that's like not a big deal. Like you're not the kind of person who just never acknowledges what I say. But sometimes I'm like, if I don't like say this, like I don't want to.
Would you say that's
like,
trauma
back into
for you?
that. Yeah.
Yeah, and so that's the thing. Once you recognize it, like when it's connected to trauma, then it's like, no, it may seem like a little thing to you, but and over time, I'm sure you acknowledge it, so you'll start to do better with that.
For sure.
But got this point, we got the turning around for me signal from Diami.
I was gonna. Okay.
What were you had something else in your spirit? Is it short or is it something that requires?
It's kind of short, but it was according to like what you had said.
Okay, go ahead and say your spiel.
When you were talking about the whole like Oh Lord, it's like now I'm
The
like,
three.
do I even have the word? But no, I remember what I'm gonna say.
I always got to take out my notes before I forget.
When you had brought up, because we've talked about this before, like the whole studies show that when you like you could bring up more proof to somebody that would prove like that they're wrong, but it would just make them hold tighter to the belief. And we've actually had this conversation before.
Mhm.
That's what like made me stop like debating people down. Because remember, I was actually just talking about this. Like I used to be sitting on Ready because like I'm a reader, I'm a researcher. Like
Girl,
I know
I'm
what's
so
going
glad
on.
you stopped that because I was concerned.
And because it was like I couldn't hearing like misinformation, it's like it feels like uncomfortable. Like when
Yeah.
I'm hearing people, and then like when people are spreading it, like if you just like believe one thing, whatever, but like spreading it, I'm like, and actually no. But hearing that, I was like, oh, like I'll never be able to convince. Like,
And really, at the end of the day, like you can say your statement
yeah,
and
yeah,
clarify.
but
But
she'll
at the
just
end of the day,
never be able to.
listen,
and it's fine.
when I heard that, I'm using it for coaching. Like coaching
Yeah.
teachers, like, yes, it's my job to kind of still be in there helping you out. But also it frames how I need to like approach things. Because
Yeah,
if I start to sound preachy and like I'm trying to convince you of something that I know to be true, now I know you're gonna pull away from it. So
Yeah.
I might have to find another strategy
yeah, yeah. I'm
that's
like
gonna
that just
work.
that just
Isn't
kind
that
of
something?
eats.
Like you respect the fact that, like, wait a minute, you mean to tell me the more I talk, the less impactful it is?
No,
Say less.
literally, it's literally say less. Like,
Yeah.
and that's why I'm like, oh, I'll just stop there. Also, I just realized it's not my labor to like do that. So
It's
I don't.
not
And it used to make me like
your
really tired
labor.
and things. And I'm like, oh, I just
Oh.
cannot do that anymore.
I just wonder.
Remember, I used
We're
to
always
like,
wondering where that came from. Do you know where that came from? Or that's just something that just.
and we've kind of talked about it before. Like, when it comes to like a human rights issue specifically, like it's more so I'm in defense of like said community cause, whatever. So it's really more so that. And like for me, like my sense of justice, like I almost like lead with that. Like that's one of my biggest.
You are hyper vigilant
Yes, when it comes
when
to
it
stuff
comes
like
to
that.
justice.
So it's like it pricks at me like more than anything else would. So it's just like, oh, absolutely not. And then like especially going to college and like learning more and becoming more informed in certain things and like really knowing, I'm like, oh no, like it's
You
really not
can't
going down like
unknow.
this. You can't unknow. You just can't unknow.
And with that
And
being
that's
said,
what it
guys,
is.
this has been So Tell Me This Sundays. I'm Rachel.
I'm Shari.
Bye.
And we'll see you next. I thought you were gonna say, and we'll see you next.
You say that. I always say, this has been So Tell Me This Sunday.
I don't know why I always think it's you. I think it's because when I say I'm Shari.
Ooh, child.